Hi, I'm Lauren Smith with Achieva's Early Intervention. Welcome to Ask Lauren. Today's question comes from a family who explains every time they get in the car to go different places, if they have to pass an area that the child really likes, that the child tantrums, and it makes the car ride really difficult for the family. They're wondering what they can do to help the child understand the schedule of the day. This is something definitely that most families go through. I think all families go through this to some degree. But it is important to understand the stage of development that your child is going through. I explained in another video that under the age of 2, kids are in a very egocentric stage of development. They haven't hit the stage yet where they understand that people, have things and feelings outside of their own. So when they see something that they want, they think that they can get it immediately. Waiting can be extremely hard for them. So definitely something to think about. Another thing to think about is the complexity of language. Usually in language development, kids are able to understand, what an object is to a word and be able to make that connection because they're hearing the word and they're immediately seeing the object. But, we're kind of giving them more language and then something that's more abstract. We're telling them we're going somewhere, but they're not immediately seeing it. They won't see it, for a period of time until we actually get there. So I would say things that can be helpful is breaking the language down, trying to minimize it. If you're going a couple different places, just telling them we're going here, here, and here, and maybe even starting with one thing. Okay, we're going to go here first. And then once you get there and you're leaving, then you tell them the next place that you're going. Because sequencing, of course, doesn't start to come into play, the understanding of sequencing, until a little bit later in development. So if you're telling a child you're going here, 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 and here, it might just be too much for them to be able to process. Which brings me to another helpful tip is using pictures. I would definitely suggest using real life pictures because that's going to help the child make the best connection. But you can use Google Images as well if you're not able to do so for certain places that you're going. But I would start small. If you're going to Target first, showing them a picture either of your local Target or this symbol because they're going to see this symbol all over the store. Showing it to them prior to going, maybe let them hold it in the car. So that they can keep kind of as a reminder that this is where they're going. And then once you get there, confirming, yes, see, we're at Target. And then moving on from there. Once you feel like your child is understanding what it means when you're showing them these pictures and you're getting certain places, you can always start sequencing then. First, we're going to go here, and then we're going to go here. And go on from there. I would definitely say under the age of 3, I personally would not sequence more than 3 things at a time. That's not to say, after you've done those 3 things that you can't then add on 3 more things after that. But in terms of talking to your child, 1 to 3 things based off of what you feel like they can understand. And then moving on from there. So if you're going to Target, Grandma's house, the car wash, and back home, only talking to them about those 3 things first. And then again, once some of them have happened, then moving on from there. So I think this could be helpful. Another thing I think would be helpful is looking at your schedule for the day and making sure that you have some things plugged into there that appeal to the child. A lot of times families leave, one day for their big shopping trips. So, they might be going 4, 5, 6 different places and wondering why their child is so upset. But if you think about it, getting in and out of the car that many times, potentially being restricted in some way, whether it be your car seat or the shopping cart, it's a lot that they can't control. And it's very overstimulating and tiring. So we definitely have to take those things into consideration. So if you're able to break your shopping day, up and do a couple days a week, I think this would really help. If you absolutely have to do it all in one day, I would say definitely take breaks and do something that appeals to the child. And I think that you will have a much more pleasant experience. So hopefully this is helpful. And if you have any further questions, please drop them below. Anyone else out there that has questions about their kids' development, please drop it in the comments, or you can email us as well. And we will catch you on another episode. Thanks so much.